Hello and welcome to Business Over Coffee TV. I am Sherry Henley and we are happy to be here with you today with our guest, Jeremy Veldman. Welcome to the set. So good to have you here today.
Pleasure being here.
Memphis Turnkey. I love the name, by the way. How did you come up with the name MemphisTurnkey.com?
Well, we're a full-service real estate investment and property management company, and we handle all aspects of the investment process, from acquiring the property, rehabbing it, placing a tenant, and then managing it on the back end. So the idea is the entire process is turnkey from start to finish to the end investor who's going to be purchasing the property. And the idea behind our business is we handle all the pain. Everything from finding the property, getting it ready for a tenant, and then managing it on the back end so that the person who's buying the property doesn't have to deal with that. They just cash checks. So that's the idea behind turnkey. It's a turnkey process so that the investment is a passive experience to the end investor.
So you're based in Memphis, Tennessee.
Correct.
And you work with investors that have bought in what you called A class, C class. Break that down for us.
Okay. So Memphis, Tennessee, first of all, is a great market for cash flow. The reason is because it's a central market in the United States. It's a distribution hub. 4 major transportation modes in Memphis. We call them the 4 R's: river, railroad, road, and runway. And we're also America's metropolis. So the Memphis airport is a major hub. We got FedEx there. So in terms of transportation and logistics, Memphis is the center for the United States. And properties are cheap in Memphis, they're affordable, rents are high, you got a high percentage of the population that rents, over 50%. So it's a great market for buying and holding investment properties like single family houses. And that's the core of our business. So you've got investors in other parts of the world, and really other parts of the country too, like such as California, who can't get cash flow in their market. So they come to Memphis to buy a house, and they can get a great investment in terms of passive income and cash flow. The challenge is it's really difficult for them to successfully manage a property in California, in Memphis, Tennessee, because they're thousands of miles away.
So based on those stats that you shared, do you work with a lot of people that are outside of the Memphis, Tennessee area that are investing, and they have you handle things for them, as well as people within the Mid-South?
The majority, pretty much all of our clients are outside of Memphis. They need us because if they're living in another market and investing in Memphis, Tennessee, it's very difficult to do that successfully. Now, we'll work with anybody. I mean, we'll work with locals too. But people who are local, live in the city, they can focus on finding the properties and doing the investment process themselves. But typically, I mean, the majority of our clients are outside of Memphis, and that's really the focus of our business, is to work with people who live in other parts of the country or the world and need a turnkey provider like us to manage the property for them, so that they don't have to deal with it.
Okay, so this leads to a very interesting question. Since social media is what I do, how do you find your clients? Your search engine optimization and your all of those good things, you know, that my bubble that I live in. How do you do that? How do you pinpoint that market?
Well, there's a lot of ways that we try to find these people, and really it's exposure. It's first of all getting a presence online, through a website, through social media, and letting the world know that we exist, that there is such a thing as turnkey investment real estate, that this is a legitimate business, it's real, and that this is a service that people can utilize to successfully invest in real estate from anywhere in the world, that they don't have to be in their own market to get cash flow. You can live in California, you can even live in places like Singapore and Australia. We work with investors there also, and successfully invest in a market like Memphis on the other side of the world, get cash flow, and not have to worry about the headaches of managing the property, because our company's going to do that for them. So
you have a lot of one-liners that you use, and one of those struck me. It was about wealth. What is that?
Specifically wealth. What I do And I think this is what you were referring to. I make my living by making other people wealthy.
That was it. I love it. In fact, tweet that out right now with hashtag turnkey. If you do not have a specialized hashtag, Jeremy, I suggest that you use turnkey. Fabulous hashtag
Yes.
for Twitter, which you use a lot. So now you target people from around the world. You have people that you're working with from around the world for these investment properties in Memphis. And then you also work with the tenants in motivating them to pay their rent on time and those type of things. So take us on that journey.
Yeah, it's not so much motivating the tenants as much as providing them an opportunity to get a quality investment property in an area where they want to live and a home that they can be proud to call home and be incentivized to pay the rent on time and stay for a long period of time. So we're focusing on areas in East Memphis like Bartlett, like Cordova, even Lakeland, and as far out as Oakland.
Sure.
These are areas where you and I wouldn't mind living, Sherry.
Right,
Because they're
absolutely.
nice areas. We do a
Yes.
quality job on the renovation, tile floors in the kitchens and bathrooms, fresh paint, brand new window blinds, brand new light fixtures, new roofs, new air conditioners.
That's great.
So the property is premium when it's done. And when a tenant moves in, it's really the nicest home on the block. So they're getting a quality home that they can live in, be proud to call home, and be incentivized to want to stay, pay the rent on time, and be there for a long period of time.
I like that, where people can be proud to call home, a place where they can be proud to call home, because there's a huge difference between a house and a home.
Exactly.
And families know that, men, women know that. You can live in this one room, put the right colors in there, or put the right cleanliness that you're talking about, brand new fixtures, all of these things, blinds.
Yeah.
A lot of homes that you move into, they've got the blinds that still have the dust from the former person,
Right.
and you take all of that away and you replace it, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, when you walk into a Memphis turnkey property after we're done rehabbing it, I mean, you can just, the experience is like walking through a brand new house. You can smell the fresh paint, the brand new carpet. You can see the brand new light fixtures. We do little things like replace ceiling fans from the old 70s or 80s styles to brand new ceiling fans. We'll put tile floors in kitchens and bathrooms, new countertops, refurbish the cabinets,
awesome.
so that when you walk in there, you get the feel of a brand new house.
Sure.
And just the little added features to a property that make a tenant say, "This is where I want to live. I want to live in this house."
Do you work with people who are actually selling their home and they would like someone to come in and renovate it so that it will sell?
That's really not the focus of our business. We're
Okay.
buying distressed properties, foreclosures, HUD properties, or even investors who just don't want to be in the business anymore. So really our business from the rehab standpoint is to buy a property that is in serious need of repair,
Sure.
turn it around, turn it into a performing property again, rent it out, make it a cash asset, sell it to an end investor on the back end, and then manage it for them. So
Sure.
we're solving multiple problems.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you went into this business after school, after going many avenues through our conversations. You've taken me on that journey, and then you partnered with your partner. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, this was certainly not something I planned to do when I graduated from school. I mean, I went down the traditional path. I did what everybody is supposed to do, quote unquote. Went to school, studied hard, got good grades, graduated with multiple master's degrees after 13 years of college in electronics engineering and business administration.
Amazing.
Worked 9 years in a corporate job for a semiconductor company designing computer chips, and really experienced the pain of a corporate job, and that is no job security. You can be let go at any time.
Sure.
So I realized,
Especially in today's economy.
yes,
Right.
in today's economy. So I realized I needed to take control of my financial future, and that led me down the path to real estate investing, which eventually led me to the Memphis Investors Group, or MIG. I attended that group early on in my career, a few years, 7, 8 years ago. I'm now the president of MIG, and I had a chance to meet and network with multiple investors. One of them is Alex Craig, my business partner. He and I talked for about a year, had a shared investment philosophy. The pieces fit, and we joined forces a few years ago, formed Memphis Turnkey.
Collaboration.
The pieces fit. We complement each
There you
other
go.
very, very well. And then we've got Benelin, his wife, Benelin Craig, who handles the property management side of the business. So we've kind of got a three-headed monster formed,
Right.
where each of us has our own strengths and core
Sure.
competencies that complement each other very well. And real estate investing is a team sport. There are no lone rangers in real estate. You've really got to find and build your power team and work together. And when you find those 2 or 3 people who really take the right philosophy, shared philosophy, the one that you share toward investing, and then you form a team, it can become a very, very powerful thing, the synergy that's created from that experience.
Absolutely. So part of your market strategy is through networking. And you are a part of BNI, Business Networking International.
Correct.
We're so proud to have you on the set here.
Thank you.
With Business Over Coffee International, and we are in collaboration with BNI. So I would like for you to talk more about what BNI brings to the table for you.
Well, Business Networking International, or BNI, is another professional networking group that has a global footprint.
The
And
grandfather of networking.
absolutely.
Yes.
And really through BNI, I'm a part of Greater Memphis BNI, 30 members, and each one of those 30 members has their own network. So you can cast a wide net quickly. And then when you combine that with the power of social media, online marketing, it spreads really, really quickly. And the goal behind, again, our business, because my target market is outside of Memphis primarily, in other words, I'm targeting investors in other parts of the country and other parts of the world, I've got to take advantage of the 5 or 6 degrees of separation between myself and every
Sure.
other individual on the planet
Right.
through a networking group. So BNI gives me an opportunity every week to talk for 60 seconds about my business, ask for referrals, and then also take advantage of the online resources.
Sure.
And not only BNI, but you guys at BOCI allow me to do that too, because you have an active presence on social media.
Absolutely. We have over 1,200 members, and it's a privilege because a part of our platform is collaboration and working with groups like BNI and adding value to what they do while they add value to what we do. Now, talking about Business Networking International, and you said 60 seconds. So for the person that's not familiar with BNI, can you tell the viewers, what is it that you can say in 60 seconds that actually is going to make a difference? So where's the benefit there?
Absolutely, great question. 60 seconds, basically you have a 60-second slot. It's like a commercial to promote your business. And some of the things I would say is we're Memphis Turnkey. We're a full-service real estate investment and property management company. We handle all aspects of the investment experience, from property acquisition, rehab, tenant placement, and ongoing back-end property management, so that the process is completely passive to you, the end investor. We handle all the pain so that you can successfully invest in Memphis Turnkey, in Memphis, Tennessee real estate from anywhere on earth. Memphis is a great market for cash flow. I'm looking for investors who want to think outside the box, beyond traditional investment vehicles like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, and want to build wealth through real estate, the best vehicle on the planet for building long-term lasting wealth, and our company is going to help you get there.
I love that. You just, without me asking you, you gave your 60 seconds, and it was outstanding. And so for those of you who are watching, make sure that you go to memphisturnkey.com and find out all about the business that Jeremy Veldman is partnering with Alex Craig
Yes,
and
ma'am.
his wife as well. And they've taken the world by storm. You have investors all over the world, and you're growing daily. So I find it really interesting that you see the value as well in the social media side of business.
Yeah.
Some business owners haven't quite gotten there and do not quite wrap their brain around the social media intelligence side of business. So will you tell us how that has assisted you in your process?
Social media is one thing, social proof is another. And social proof is critical for the type of business that we're in. because clients who have the experience of working with Memphis Turnkey are going to tell other people about their experience through online chats, forums, and social media. And a good resource is the testimonials page on our website. A lot of our
Absolutely.
clients, we ask for testimonials, and they articulate their experience of working with Memphis Turnkey.
Yes.
And there's a lot of objections and a lot of obstacles to overcome in people's minds when you're talking about this process, because you're talking about an individual living in California, thousands of miles away, who's got to make a major financial decision to potentially invest tens of thousands of dollars in a property in Memphis through our company and through our team that they don't know necessarily right away. Are we the real deal, or are we just another fly-by-night transaction-oriented company? And
Yes.
through social media, through BNI, and through BOCI, and your resources, Sherry, we want to spread the word that we're serious about this business.
Absolutely.
We want to be in this
Yes.
for the long run. We want to be a premier turnkey provider and assist people for the long run who are serious about building wealth through real estate and doing it from anywhere on earth, and that we take this business very seriously and we take the success of our clients very seriously.
You're very passionate about your business.
Absolutely.
And for those who are watching, there are business owners, there are professionals, there are just people like us. What would the closing statement be from you about being passionate about what you do?
You learn as you go through life. You start out going through school, through education, you get involved in a job, you're very good at what you do, and you collect a paycheck every day. But the rules of the game have changed over the last 35 years. Pensions don't exist anymore, they've been replaced by 401ks. The 401k system is flawed. Your financial future is in your hands. You've got to make major decisions in order to set yourself up 20, 30, 40 years down the road. And quite frankly, there's a lot of obstacles in the way. Our company wants to help you get there by not just going down the traditional route of investing in the volatile stock market or investing with systems and financial planners who could potentially fee you to death and really hamper your returns. Real estate, if you look at it historically and traditionally, has been the vehicle that has made more self-made millionaires than anything on this earth. It's not only because of the passive income, but also because of the tax advantages. And the key is you've got to be able to manage the property successfully. That's what our company does. We'll get you a long way there. We'll remove a lot of the objections and the obstacles along your path. And our company can help assist you in building true, long-lasting wealth by investing in Memphis, Tennessee, single-family real estate in the right areas where you're going to attract the right types of tenants and build long-lasting wealth through properties that can have a higher probability of success because they're bought right, rehabbed right, and managed right.
I love what you just said, Jeremy, because what I heard you say is whatever you're passionate about, you're going to need finances to support that passion. And you can help create that wealth to where the passion can be supported until the end of life. You talked about 401ks, you talked about, and so we have to have something, sustainability.
Yep.
Financial sustainability. Did I hear you correctly?
You build wealth one house at a time.
There you
And
go.
you can either do this on your own, find the property, hire the contractors, manage the rehab process, find the tenant, and then do the management. Or you can hire a turnkey provider like us who will do all that for you and create a streamlined process. Now you're acting like an investor. You're making decisions about what property to buy. We handle all the pain. You buy them quicker. We manage them for you. And now as you're acquiring properties over time, you're building this asset core that truly puts money in your pocket, gives you a shield against taxes, and allows you to get to a point in your life down the road where you can do what you're passionate about doing, as you said,
Absolutely.
and have finances to support it.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us today on Business Over Coffee TV,
Thank you,
Jeremy.
Sherry.
Jeremy Veldman with MemphisTurnkey.com. I encourage you to go to businessovercoffee.com, set up your complimentary profile. We would love to have you on there as a member so that you can see what all is going on internationally and right here in Memphis, Tennessee as well. We are in our Mississippi studio today, and I welcome Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to our Mississippi studio. It just launched, and we encourage you to continue bringing everyone together. God bless.
God
Thank
bless.
you so much.
Thank you,
Jeremy.
Sherry. Pleasure.